There you go. It's nothing but apps. Back with the great Marky Ramone from the Ramones, about to go on a world tour. Marky Ramone's Blitzkrieg, right?
Yep, you got it.
And he's got a new. Well, this is new. Is it the sauce?
It's 2 years old.
Okay, Marky Ramone's marinade.
That's right.
Marinara, as you might say in Chicago, Dan. Pasta sauce. There it is. And I'm going to check this out immediately.
Number 2 in the Wall Street Journal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the suits like it, okay, it's fine with me, you know.
Now you got a story about Phil Spector and Mickey Mantle, or Phil Spector told you a story about Mickey Mantle?
Yes.
What is it?
All right, well, because I know you guys are into sports, so this is a funny story. Phil Spector was with Mickey Mantle, and as we all know, and it's documented, Mickey used to drink a lot.
Yes.
So even when he had to play, Phil asked him, how did you hit those home runs? Mickey would say, well, 3 balls would be coming at me. I hit the middle one.
I mean, but what's funny about that is, like, that's probably dead true. Like, it's just it's as simple as that to Mickey Mantle hitting. It was just natural. Like, when he was drunk, he just hit the middle one.
Yeah, there you go. And he did very well.
Yeah, not bad. And now, you claim you were drinking with Roger Maris when he was sick, and you missed a show?
Yeah. This was 80.
How did that happen?
It was 82, 83. He was diagnosed already with his ailment.
Right.
And we were at a place called Swingos in Ohio, and next thing you know, we're drinking together. My father bought me his baseball glove when I was a little kid.
Sure.
So I always wanted to meet Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
Here we are drinking together.
Maris, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Roger
Maris. Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm drunk, he's drunk. I missed the show. The only show I missed out of the 1,700 shows I did.
Imagine, because you weren't drinking with, like, Keith Richards. You were drinking with Roger Maris.
Right, yeah. So next thing you know, I missed the show. I tried to rent the private plane. The guy didn't want me near the plane or in the plane. So
you had to get from Ohio to where?
Virginia Beach.
Oh, man.
So the next thing you know, the kids destroyed the club and this and that.
Really?
So, yeah, I had to pay for the day and the per diems, but everything worked out, But it was the only show I missed in the whole
Now, how did you become friendly enough with Maris to where you were drinking with him like that?
Because I was there. I went up to him and I said, hey, I was a big fan. And
you were playing in town? And
Yeah. We were there the night before, so, the breakfast and lunch and all that. And I had an extra day off.
Right.
I should have been on my way to the show, but I said I'll see you there, the next day. But Maris was there, and we got inebriated. And that was it,
But look, if you're going to miss one show and all that time,
that's pretty good.
Why not? Why not miss it because you're boozing it up with Roger Maris?
That was pretty good.
So now explain this comic book. Yeah, this looks cool as hell. I love Frank Vincent.
He's great.
And then Frankie Vincent is in this book. It's part of this comic book. It's Alan Roberts' Killogy?
Yep. It's a 3 comic book series for now.
Frank Vincent, Brea Grant, Marky Ramone. So, Brea Grant, explain what this is.
Well, we were fighting a bunch of zombies.
What else would it be, Art?
What else would it be? I mean, it's the thing now, right? To kill zombies.
Yeah, sure.
So it's more like like a gangster kind of thing, Ramone thing, and Frank Vincent, and so it's a pretty cool combination of people in this.
That's really cool.
Who knows? Maybe one day it could be a series,
Now, what do you think when you play? You're gonna kick off this tour.
Yeah.
Where you're doing? I understand it's 34 Ramone songs, right in a row. And is it gonna be the same set every night, basically?
No, what we did is we chose what I feel and what they feel, because I want everyone to participate, the best songs.
Right.
But who can say what are the best songs? So as time goes by, we'll change the set list.
Yeah.
After each tour.
Now, does it depress you at all when you drive by the old CBGBs and you see John Varvatos there? Does that? I mean, it's progress. You move on. It's time. But is it a little too corporate and commercial for your liking when you see John Varvatos story literally in the old CBGBs?
Well, it is what it is. I'm not knocking him for it or anybody. It could have been a Burger King.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, that would have been worse.
But I don't pay attention to it. I never went there. I don't care.
Time moves on.
Thing is that when Hilly Crystal died, CBGB's died.
Yeah,
that's
much.
it. You can't. things change. It's life. You know?
Yeah. That place, was just like one of those moments in time. What I hate, what's worse than it becoming a John Varvatos, because you're right, it just changes, is when you start to hear people are going to try and make a new CBGBs, and it's never going to work. I mean, like, people don't get what makes it cool is that it was nothing and it became something.
Exactly.
And it wasn't set up. It wasn't like, planned out.
We asked Hilly if it was permissible to do it.
Right.
We did it. We played punk rock there, and it went all over the world. Hilly Crystal passed away a while ago of cancer, and it closed.
Now,
that was it.
Does Hilly Crystal, did he not like punk rock? He probably did, but did it for business reasons?
I'm sure it was both.
Yeah.
I mean, Hilly was a good businessman, especially CBGB T-shirts,
Right.
CBGBs.
Yeah, sure.
And he knew it was going to close.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But yeah, he was a good businessman to the end, and that's quite admirable.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the United States. Why not, right?
A couple of quick questions about the actual songs. One in particular. The KKK Took My Baby Away. Is that, in fact, about Johnny Ramone stealing Joey's kid?
No, but people seem to think that.
Right.
It's convenient. It
makes sense.
Creates controversy.
Right.
But no, I mean, Joey didn't, he didn't really care.
It didn't care.
I mean, I saw the girls he was with. They were much cooler than the one that John ended up with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Better looking, cooler.
53rd and 3rd. Is that about Dee Dee trying to turn tricks on the corner of 53rd and 3rd?
Yeah. I mean,
I love that. So edgy. It's just edgy as hell.
Yeah, you have to understand he was under the influence.
Sure.
He was addicted. So I guess that was his way of making money.
You got to do what you got to do.
Right.
It's
So,
America.
I mean, to a point. But
Well, say, look, calm down. We're still from Brooklyn here.
But Dee Dee married a beautiful woman, Vera Ramone, who was there in the beginning and stayed with her. And, unfortunately, they did get divorced because of those problems.
Sure.
But he really tried to accomplish sobriety,
It's hard to do, man. It's admirable when you can.
Yep.
John, you have any questions about songs there, particular songs?
I got a question about 1983. Like, what really happened when you were asked to leave the band?
Well, I was driving along Flatbush Avenue, and I saw a bar. So I stopped the car, and I went inside. I had a few martinis and some beer. I come out. I drive around a little more. I black out at the wheel. I end up through a furniture store window. And people don't usually shop for cars in a furniture store. They're shopping for furniture. So I said to myself,
I'll have an Ottoman and a Skylark.
yeah, no, it was a 68 Coupe de Ville, huge car.
Oh, wow, nice.
So next thing you know, I get handcuffed, the whole deal. I said, this is enough. I went away for a while, and I learned it's better to stay alive, not hurt anybody, and instead of being screwed up and having people tell you what you did the night before because you don't remember.
Stick around, man.
So they suggested, Joey suggested that I do that, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I would have continued.
Listen, okay, then let's make it official. Who exactly is left? Dee Dee and Johnny and Joey are gone.
Right. Me and Tommy.
You and Tommy are left.
Me and Tommy.
Now, how's Tommy doing?
Tommy is involved with bluegrass music.
Okay.
And
isn't that weird? The two drummers are alive. It's usually the direct opposite. The drummers go first.
Yeah, it's like like I said before, it's physical, and maybe that keeps you healthy. But Tommy's doing a cool thing with his bluegrass stuff,
That's good.
and acoustic with his wife on banjo. So I mean, if that's what he likes, more power to him.
Why not?
Right,
Exactly. You
definitely.
gotta do what you gotta do. Well, Marky, this was great. I really appreciate you coming in, man.
Anytime.
And I would love to. Please come back anytime. You're always welcome to come back. If you want to come back with the band at some point and do a song,
Oh, that would be cool.
We'd be honored. But so it's Marky Ramone's Blitzkrieg, and that tour starts when? When's the first gig?
May 3rd at Santos Party House in New York City. That's
Right,
a
you can
warm-up
start
show.
in New York, okay.
And then we're going to tour England, Europe, and then come back to the States and do a full-blown tour of the States.
Check that out. Marky Ramone's Marinade Pasta Sauce.
10% goes to Autism Speaks.
Okay, that's as good a cause. I've done some charity work for autism. That's as good a cause as it gets. And Alan Roberts, Killigy. with you and the great Frankie Vincent.
And Harvey Leeds was responsible for the sauce.
I know Harvey.
Not making it.
Yeah, no, good. But I know Harvey, a great guy.
Right. So was his brother Steve Leeds.
Yeah, Harvey and Steve Leeds, I became close friends with. I love those guys. That's great. And Dust, if you get a chance, I want to hear the original heavy metal band in this country. Dust, that's a cool picture, man.
Thank you very much.
There's the CD right there.
That's it.
Marky, I'm a big fan, man.
Thank you.
Any Twitter or anything you want to throw out there?
Marky Ramone Twitter, MarkyRamone.com, Marky Ramone official Facebook.
And the Sirius show airs when?
Tuesday night, 8 o'clock on Faction, Channel 41, and a rerun at Saturday.
All right, the great Marky Ramone.
Thank
Check
you
him
very
out.
Much.
And thank you. And we'll be back with the last hour of the Artie Lange Show. Come on back.